Myself, Mahati, I asked to explain chemistry.
Introduce yourself. Why do you want chemistry to be learned from me? Tell me, give me an answer for that.
I feel hard to learn myself.
Chemistry is very difficult, right? Is it true?
Yes.
I understand there are some MSc chemistry teachers also joined here today. Now we have crossed 100. 100 people are joining. So you see how interesting is chemistry. Otherwise this many people will not join, no? So chemistry is interesting. So what is the topic?
Is matter around us pure?
What do you feel? Is matter around us is pure or not?
It may or may not.
Who is that? Mahati, why it is not or it is? Why are you saying it is not pure? Why are you saying it's pure?
So because of the constituent or the nature in which they are.
What does it mean? What is pure? Definition of pure.
Which is made up of only one type of particles, atoms or...
Is there anything in the... That means atom is only pure.
No.
Why? Water is pure?
No, sir. No, sir.
Because water is not made up of one atom, right? It is mix of two different things. So what is, as far as chemistry is concerned, chemical science is concerned, pure means there should not be any mixture. Once it is mixed, it is not pure. So what is pure in this world? Atom is pure. Any two atoms mixed together, you produce something. It is not pure. That is what it says. Correct. You read the book.
Each substance have a different chemical composition and different physical...
Slowly. And you explain.
Is matter around us pure? How do we judge whether milk, ghee, butter, salt, spices, mineral water or juice that we buy from the market are pure? Have you ever noticed the word pure written on the packets of these consumables? For a common person, pure means having no adulteration. But for a scientist, all these things are actually mixtures of different substances and hence not pure. For example, milk is actually a mixture of water, fat, proteins, etc. When a scientist says that something is pure, it means that all the constituent particles of that substance are the same in their chemical nature. A pure substance consists of a single type of particles. In other words, a substance is a pure single form of matter. As we look around, we can see that most of the matter around us exists as mixtures of two or more pure components.
Okay, wait. Tell me, what did you read in your sentence? Now don't look at the book. What is that?
The difference between scientists which think they are pure and we think it's pure. Scientists don't think that the packets of milk and that matter which is around us, it's not pure for scientists, it's pure for us. And
See, assume you take milk. From the cow's breast, the milk comes out.
Yes, sir.
The temperature of the milk is different. The quality of the milk changes. Depends on the food what the cow eats. Every milk doesn't have same taste. Every day the milk doesn't have same taste. It keeps varying. So which milk is pure? Which milk is pure? It's a question which we cannot answer because it has different mix.
Buffalo. It's mixed with another substance.
Yeah, every milk is mixed with another substance. Cow ghee, you get it packed. Once you get it packed, it also contains lot of items, preservative is there. Though they say pure cow milk, pure cow ghee, it cannot be pure. So when in the market when they say pure, that means something, but for a chemical analysis it is entirely different.
Because it's a mixture.
Yeah, it's a mixture. It is not having a basic quality like an atom. Suppose we have blood, every one of us have blood. If you go to laboratory and test blood, will it not have different parameters?
White blood cells, red blood
Number of count is entirely different. Suppose somebody says my blood is very pure, that means what? Every parameter has to be perfect. If somebody's blood will not be that
But
parameter.
it cannot define that our blood is completely pure.
Yeah, nothing is pure in this world. Like if you do an analysis, we know water when you analyze. Pure water. What is pure water? When somebody says pure vegetarian, what is pure vegetarian? When you eat a mango, you are a non-vegetarian. Because that mango is ripe and very, very, very sweet mango you cut. Inside you will see small worms. You keep that mango 10 days even after ripe. Once you cut it, what you will see? Worms you will see. Where are these worms coming from? Is it coming from outside or it was inside?
It was inside.
It was inside. So when it is not that much ripe what you are eating, not worms but you are eating
Eggs.
eggs. When did the egg went into the mango?
While
When?
it was in seed form.
No, while it was flowering. While it was flowering, the bees, the butterflies, everything will go and put lot of eggs inside. And that worm inside your mango will become a butterfly tomorrow. So is mango vegetarian? Pure mango.
non-vegetarian.
Every item. Now you are taking pure. No, ghee comes from curd, dahi.
Curd.
Correct. What is the dahi? Full of bacteria. Full of
And
bacteria.
in the form of milk.
Now you get a glass of water. All of you should do this experiment at home. I am giving you a very good example. Right? Take one glass of water from your normal water which you use for cooking. Got it? One glass. Glass means transparent, which you can see. Another glass. You take that water, heat it, boil it, and then put it. Because you think when you are boiling, it becomes more pure, right? What are you doing while boiled water only should be taken? Because all impure bacteria dies. So many.
Dies by heating it.
Very good. Now what you should do is keep that water without boiling in one glass. After boiling, you keep it there. Both you keep it closed for 10 days. After 10 days, you open and then smell. Then that boiled water will give you a stinking smell. It will be like a dead body smell. Because while boiling, what happened was there are lot of bacteria, insects, lot of microbes inside. Everything will die.
All of them.
So the water which you did not boil, inside that you can see small worms or maybe small creatures will be there. If you don't touch it and move it, if you touch and move it, it will not grow. Should not move. Just like that you keep it. Don't touch, don't move. That's why you want a transparent glass so that you can see through it.
See.
The other one, not boiled one will have small worms. The boiled one will have a bad smell.
Pinky smell.
So the boiled water when you are drinking, what are you drinking? You know what do I call boiled water? Non-vegetarian soup. Non-vegetarian soup. But you cannot escape. There is no escape for this. We are part of this. Because when you open the mouth, immediately lot of bacteria will go inside. The air is pure. Is the air pure?
No, sir.
No.
Yes, no.
There is a quality measurement mechanism in the air. You will see how much contamination air has. Air has got vapor, air has got carbon dioxide, different
Nitrogen.
nitrogen, oxygen. So which air is called pure air? Suppose 20% oxygen is there, we say, oh, it's beautiful air. It makes us healthy. But I am staying in Hyderabad. I am sure Hyderabad city will have only 14%, 15% oxygen. Carbon dioxide will be more. Because there will be lot of vehicle moving, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, pollution. All that will make my air also impure. So now you keep a pure mango you are cutting, any eatable you are putting, that is not covered. You are opening the cover. Opening the cover means air is in contact. When you take water and open the... Now once you open the pure water, there will be a air which is in contact. Air in contact means it is polluted. So there is nothing pure in the world. Now you read. Read the heading at least.
Concentration of a solution.
Hmm.
What is a suspension?
Hmm.
What is a colloidal solution?
So what is that? Now you are talking about solution, mix of different things. How much density it has. Read line by line, don't be in a hurry to finish. While reading, all of you should understand your job is not to finish the chapter. What you should do?
Understand.
Understand. How do you understand? Read. Oh, think.
Concentration should be...
Look at the dictionary. I am not saying what others are saying, so don't add concentration. Concentration will not be there. But what you need is look at dictionary, understand the meaning. Pure, look at the dictionary. Solution, look at the dictionary. So did you look at dictionary and tell me how many different words which you have looked at? Tell me, which are all the words which came? Did you look at the meaning of solution in the dictionary?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Solution.
Yeah.
A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances
Yeah. What does it mean homogeneous?
which is
Substances which
uniform
are not visible when mixed.
and which are uniform throughout.
Yeah.
Uniformly mixed.
So that means you don't take something else which cannot be mixed with water. Yeah.
Sugar, water, salt.
Yeah. See, Mahati came with a problem. She is not able to understand. So what I told her, read the whole chapter, write down all the difficult words, and then look at the dictionary, understand the meaning. It may be very new for all of you, but this is the best method to study. If you don't study like this, you will not be able to understand. That's why I told, read word by word, understand the meaning, and then ready for explanation. That is what I asked her. Anybody else could do? Is there anybody in 9th class here?
A pure substance. It's a substance not mixed or adulterated with any other substance or material.
Yeah, what does it mean?
It's a substance made with only one part or element. It's a substance which has only one particle, atom, or element and has no mixture in it. And a mixture is a substance made by mixing other substances together. In the dictionary, it's written the solution is a liquid mixture in which the minor component of the solute is uniformly distributed within the major component or the solvent. And a colloidal solution is the particles of a colloid are uniformly spread throughout the solution, and due to the relatively small particles compared to that of a suspension, the mixture appears to be homogeneous, but it is actually heterogeneous. A suspension is a non-homogeneous system in which solids are dispersed in liquids. The rest are all methods of separation and chemical changes. So these are all the definitions of the headings.
So solution is a mixture actually, correct?
Yes.
So no solution can be pure. So if somebody says juice is pure, wrong, right? Juice cannot be pure
That's not.
because juice is a solution.
Whereas juice is made up of different components.
Yeah. Now what is the next side heading?
Separating the components of a mixture.
Yeah. How do you separate the components of a mixture? Now assume, how do you make the purest water? Suppose I have got a water molecule which can go. I have to make the fiber, a grid. You have got lot of net for protecting you from the mosquitoes. Mosquito net, right? That means mosquito cannot enter. Now you have a filter. When you make a tea, you use a filter. What do? The tea should go, powder should not go. Now how do I clean water? I must have a filter. When I pour through that, only water should go, all the other impurities should not go inside, right? Now assume I use a filter in such a fashion, only atoms can go inside but molecule cannot go. Atom is smaller than molecule, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do? Water molecule cannot go, but only hydrogen can go, oxygen can go, because oxygen and hydrogen is smaller. So when I can make a filter like that and push air very, very forcefully, full force, I push the water inside that filter, then what will happen?
They will get separated.
They will get separated. And water will be this side of the filter, the other side I will get oxygen and hydrogen. When oxygen and hydrogen put together in a chamber, what will happen?
They will form water again.
They will form water again. This method of making pure water is called the oxidation process. Deoxidation, oxidation process. Got it? See, there are a lot of methods for cleaning solution. One of the method is separate them. That is one. Now I can boil. Assume I have got a mix of salt and water. I put and then boil. What will go out?
Water.
Water will go. And what do I get is salt I will get. Evaporation will happen and I will get salt. Got it? So there are different methods of making your water very, very clean.
The next heading is how can we obtain colored components in blue or black ink?
How do you do that?
An activity is given.
Let me ask all of you to send. Just listen.
We can separate the volatile component or solvent from its non-volatile solute
Yeah.
by the method of separate.
Okay.
An activity is given for this. Should I read it? Fill half a beaker with water. Put a watch glass on the mouth of the beaker. Put few drops on the watch glass. Now start heating the beaker. We do not want to heat the ink directly. You will see that evaporation is taking place from the watch glass. continue heating until evaporation goes on and stop heating when you do not see any further change
That's
on
it.
the watch clock.
See, you do it, and then assume that you want only water out. Just know what we said. In the salt water, you want only salt outside, the rest can go evaporate. But you want the water to be collected. What is to be done? Boil it, cover it properly, put a pipe there, and this is called the distillation process. And then the vapor will come through a pipe, and that pipe you put inside water so that it reduces its temperature. The vapor.
Condensation of freezing.
Yeah. Then in that process you can collect pure water also from that. That's how liquor is generated. Alcohol is made like that. You make all the mangoes and fruits, every very sweet, all the sweet fruits which you put it inside, put lot of sugar, ferment it well, keep it for long time, and then boil it. In a pressure cooker you boil it. On the top of the pressure cooker you have the gas which can go through a pipe. Put it in a pipe, and then that pipe can be passed through water, and put a bottle and collect it. You will get liquor out of it. That's how liquor is generated. I am teaching you how to make liquor at home. So what is this method? Is it not chemistry or not? What you do to make these liquor is a big chemistry, and they make different mix to make the chemistry better so that the liquor becomes more good. Got it? Now while reading, I am not going to teach every subject. What I am saying, while reading, look at the dictionary, look at the meaning of every word, understand it, write it, and read in such a fashion you can explain to somebody else. Why are you reading? Don't read to write exams. Don't read to write answers for questions. You should read so that you can create questions. And when I said, today morning itself message came to all of you. 9th chapter NCERT, go and type on the internet. Take the syllabus, read it, look at all the word by word, look at the meaning. Then you will understand it much better. That is the method to study. Understood? Yeah. Mahdi is here. If anybody else in 9th class, you can read the next title. Harini, read.
Next is, how can we separate cream from milk?
Cream from milk. So what do you do? What is the method? Traditional method. Put it in the easiest method I will tell you. Put it in a bottle and then keep on shaking it. After some time you will see on the top the cream will be there. And that cream is butter. From that butter you can make, boil it, it becomes ghee. Traditionally what is it done? It is put in a burtan and then put churn it well. The process is churning. You can also put it in a mixie and then make it, churn it well. That's also good enough.
The method mentioned here is centrifugation. The principle is that the denser particles are forced to the bottom and the lighter particles stay at the top when spun rapidly.
Yes. So the spinning will make the lighter particle to come out, and definitely you will see when the it will be almost like not a buttermilk, will be more watery, juicy, and what comes out as on the top you will see lightweight. The lightest particle will come out. Yeah, next.
There's an activity here.
Yeah, what does it say?
Take some full cream milk in a test tube. Centrifuge it by using a centrifuging machine for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If a centrifuging machine is not available in the school, you can do this activity at home by using a milk churner
Yeah.
used in the kitchen.
Yeah.
If you have a milk dairy nearby, visit it and ask how to separate it from the milk.
Yeah. The otherwise easiest method is milk churner also you don't have. What is to be done? Shake it well so that you can see on the top. Keep on shaking it sometime you will see on top. That's how it is to be done. Yeah.
Next is the application of this,
Application?
separation of centrifugation.
Yeah.
It is used in diagnostic laboratories for blood and urine tests. It's used in dairies and home to separate butter from cream.
Yeah.
Used in washing machines to squeeze out water from wet food. Next is how to separate a mixture from two immiscible liquids. The principle is that immiscible liquids separate out in layers depending on their density.
Now you go to the end of the chapter. What does it say? Not the exercise part. Is there a conclusion?
Yeah.
Yeah, read.
What have you learned?
Yeah.
There are many points under it. I'll do everything.
Yeah, read.
A mixture contains more than one substance, element, and or compound mixed in any proportion.
Yeah.
Mixtures can be separated into pure substances using appropriate separation techniques.
Yeah. Now you have to remember all what you read. All the examples which we gave. Yeah.
A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. The major component of a solution is called the solvent and the minor the solute.
Yeah. Solvent and solute. So what you should do, go to dictionary. When you read a chapter, you must have at least 20-30 technical terms. Solute, solvent, all these are different technical terms. Write down it, look at dictionary. Nobody would have told you. Your science teacher will never ask you to look at dictionary. And you also will not. You think I know what is pure, I know what is solution. But when you look at dictionary, you know, oh, this is what is pure. I never knew this. Yeah.
The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present per unit volume or per unit mass of the solution. Materials that are insoluble in a solvent and have particles that are visible to naked eyes form a suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture.
Okay.
Colloids are heterogeneous mixtures in which the particle size is too small to be seen with the naked eye, but is big enough to scatter light. Colloids are useful in industry and daily life. The particles are called the dispersed phase, and the medium in which they are distributed is called the dispersion medium.
Okay.
Pure substances can be elements or compounds. An element is a form of matter that cannot be broken down by chemical reactions into simpler substances. A compound is a substance composed of two or more different types of elements chemically combined in a fixed proportion.
Okay.
The last point is properties of a compound are different from its constituent elements,
Yeah.
whereas a mixture shows the properties of the constituent elements or compounds.
Yeah. Properties of a compound is different from properties of individual items. So properties of a compound can be different from properties of individual items. You have lemon. Okay. You cannot take the juice and then drink lemon. It is not at all good. The sugar, entirely different. But then what do you do is put both of them together, you get a beautiful drinkable juice, right? The same sugar only you drink. Oh, it is too sweet, you cannot drink. Tea. Only milk has a different taste. and when you have milk alone it is different, only tea without milk is different, and mix of these two together is entirely different, right? So the taste keeps the content, when you mix them together it enters into a new format, entirely different. That is what will happen. Yeah, good enough. Any questions from anybody?
This is Harini.
Yeah.
How to describe fractional distillation or the separation of components from air?
From components from air.
Yeah.
So how do you do? What is it explained there? Just read first sentence.
We know that air is a mixture of different gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc.
Yeah.
They are separated by using fractional distillation.
Yeah.
We use fractional distillation because difference in boiling point of these gases are below 25 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Air is a homogeneous mixture of different gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. Fractional distillation is a separation method in which the difference in boiling points of components is used to separate the liquid mixture into fractions throughout the.
So what do? You mix it and then make it into a liquid form and then boil it. Then what will happen when you boil it? It gets separated in different time and different style because each one has got a different temperature in which it will become vapor. So at one temperature only that gas will come. That's why fraction, not fully at one stretch. It will be done in portion by piece by piece. That is what it says. Okay. So you must know how to separate them piece by piece. That's why it is called a fraction. Not all of them together, but it's one piece by piece. That's what it says. It doesn't matter whether it is history, mathematics, physics, biology. I am not teaching that subject. I am teaching you what is required and how to be learned. So that when you are in higher class, oh, why did you learn like this? You could have learned in different style. That will be one realization. Second one, when young children know, oh, in higher class this is what I have learned, you will know this what you are learning today has got an application for what you have learned tomorrow. That's why even MSc when they join they realize, oh, this is what is, I never understood like this in 7th class, 8th class. That's what they will think. Okay. To be very frank, I am not a chemist at all. I never studied chemistry after my maybe 12th class. But chemistry has got a lot of, I had a very good teacher of chemistry who never taught me in college. College means 11th and 12th was called college. But then I was director of academic staff college. I was teaching teachers. He came and stayed with me and then he used to explain applications of chemistry and all that. So chemistry is something. You look at your hair. Why is it like this? Because you are using shampoo. You are using oil. Chemistry. The dress, chemistry. The color is chemistry.
Body.
Whatever you have, electricity is chemistry. The computer or the panel which you are using to see this picture is chemistry. Liquid crystal display. Who made that liquid? Who made that crystal?
Happening around us.
Everything inside and outside is chemistry. Why the light has a color? Chemistry. Why the light is white? Chemistry. Why the light is red? Chemistry. What is the floor? Chemistry. Tiles, ceramic, chemistry. Got it? The plate is chemistry. Everything what you eat and drink is chemistry. The top of this you have got an acrylic, chemistry. And this is steel, chemistry. This is rubber, chemistry. So that when I hold it will not slip. The temperature is not there. That will decide whether temperature has to be controlled, whether temperature has to be conducted. You tell me who doesn't like chemistry? If your brain is working, you should like chemistry because everywhere chemistry. Your medicine is chemistry. Chemical analysis, test. Doctor cannot, if you want to be a doctor, don't think biology. Biology is only second part. Chemistry is most important. I am from Hyderabad. Near to this, there is Gundur. There is a university in that place. First chemist was from this place who became a real chemist in the modern chemistry. Anybody knows the name? Anybody knows the name of that chemist who was given by Andhra Pradesh? Traditional Andhra Pradesh. I don't know now Telangana maybe. Nagarjuna. Acharya Nagarjuna. He is called Acharya because he is a practitioner. So you will see Nagarjuna medical shop. You will see Nagarjuna fertilizer. What is fertilizer? Chemistry. What is medical shop? Chemistry. Nagarjuna hospital. But you will not see Nagarjuna mutton shop and barber shop. You understood? And Nagarjuna defined what is a chemist, what is a chemistry lab, what is a scientist, how much money is to be paid to chemical lab people. Everything is defined by. So who is the father of modern chemistry? If somebody asks, Nagarjuna.
Nagarjuna.
And any one of you have not seen atom, I will show you atom today. Do you want to see atoms?
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
जलांतर गदे भानौ यत् सूक्ष्मं दृश्यते रचः तस्य त्रिंशत्तमो भागः परमाणु इति स्मृतः. Take a bucket of water and then put a torch light. The light will go inside. You will see some particle moving there. In a dark room, you close all the dark room, you put a torch light. Light goes, you will see small particle moving there.
Yes.
Got it? These particle size, can you imagine now? You have seen it earlier also in your life, right?
Yes, Guruji.
That is 300 atoms. How many atoms?
300 atoms.
Now can you imagine 300 atoms put together is that size? Therefore, can you imagine the size of an atom?
We can't imagine. Also.
Yeah, that is because the last line when you listen, you will agree that Sri Lakshmi also have seen atom. Nani nam drishti gojaraha. If your buddhi is working, you can imagine. If your buddhi is working, you can imagine. I am not saying, the poet is saying. Jalandare gade phanu yat sushmam drishyate rajaha. What you see is called rajaha. Tasya trimshattamo bhagaha. Divide that into 300 pieces. Then what you get is an atom.
Sir?
So I have shown you the 300 atoms. Now you have to imagine. Now you take your hair, see the thickness, and cut that into that small piece of that thickness. The hair is long, right? But make a small piece. That piece should have the length equal to the thickness. So you will get a square piece. That will be one rajaha. That will be 300 atoms.
Sir? I'm Aishwarya from 6th class. I didn't understand the difference between metalloids and noble gases.
What is that you did not understand?
Metalloids and noble gases.
What is noble gas?
I don't know, sir.
No, you look at dictionary, look at the definition of both. Then difference can be told. You understood? Look at both, understand the meaning, then we will discuss about it. Are you in contact with me on WhatsApp?
No, sir.
Yeah, send a message. We will schedule a meeting to describe that alone.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. When you say did not understand, I thought what we are discussing you did not understand.
Okay, sir.
See, when I am telling something, when you say immediately I did not understand, that should be related to what I am telling. Understood? Not something from somewhere. That means you are not listening this, you are thinking something else. Then what will happen? This also you will not listen, that also you will not understand.
No, sir. After you said that no difference between the lower and the higher, then I started thinking about this.
Yeah, everything is different. What is not different, when you mix them together, it may not be different, it is called a mixture. Suppose you have water and then put kerosene, maybe petrol, it will stay separate because its density is different. Such things you cannot make mixture. That's what I said. They are different. Yeah. When you have a mix of things which cannot be separated, cannot be seen, material is gas. And when you see them as material in the space, it is considered as debris, waste. That is the difference between those two. Yeah. Good enough for the day?
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, I am Tejomay of class 8. Sir, I have a doubt.
That can you avoid that sir and ask me the question first? No introduction of I have a doubt. Ask that question straight. Now this much time what you spoke is waste.
Why atoms and molecules do not get attracted towards the earth?
Atoms and molecule cannot be attracted towards the earth. What does it mean? What is earth? Earth also is atoms and molecules only, right? Everything in the world is molecule only. My body is also molecules only. Your body is also molecule only. Why it doesn't attract? Because it's molecule. It is not ions. It doesn't have charges. It is not a positive and negative. If it has got charges, then there is a repulsion and attraction happens. Molecules and atoms doesn't attract or repel each other. Unless it has got extra requirement and the environment in which everything will not get mixed. Don't keep some little bit of oxygen and hydrogen together. It will not become water all on a sudden. Only in a very specific temperature, in a very, very good condition, it will mix. It needs a specific environment for it to mix. Otherwise, what will happen? In the air also you have hydrogen, air also you have got oxygen, right? Why it doesn't become, okay, leave all the other gases, only oxygen and hydrogen will become water. Will it become like that? No, it doesn't. In specific temperature, in specific condition, it turns out to be useful. Some products, some items it will become. Okay. So, I again ask all of you to send me WhatsApp individually. Don't wait for anybody else. Otherwise, it is trouble for me and we will also waste a lot of time. Got it? Yeah, if you want. Otherwise, don't share it to anybody else. Only you send a message, and if somebody ask him to send a message to me, then I will share you the link. That's all what is to be done. And tomorrow the same link will not work. You have to send a WhatsApp so that you will get the link. Good? See you tomorrow with the history. What you should do is, which class, which history is that?
French Revolution.
Which class, which history? 2 questions I asked. You gave only answer to 1.
9th grade first chapter.
9th class, first chapter, French
Yeah.
Revolution.
See, when I am asking question, answer should come very specific, clearly. This is what you should learn. So what you should do, all of you can download. If you are not in that class also, doesn't matter. Write down all the years which are appearing in that text, in that chapter. Which year, and write down all the names. Which are all the places. Identify where is France. Against whom? Revolution means somebody would have had some fight with somebody else. Which country? When did they come to that land? When did they go? Make a line. Write year by year and put mark. This year this happened, like a chart. And that chart should be in front of you. Then whatever explains will become easy for you. And if possible, go and look at YouTube, French Revolution. There are beautiful, very, 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 very good documentaries. I have learned French Revolution through beautiful picture documentary, where you will see in the chariot with a horse, the queen is going and what happened there, how the fight happened, everything is there. Then you will say tomorrow, oh, this man is not required. I've got a better class from that. Don't worry about your classes, book and all that. You should take this book, convert it into a different tag names. Look at revolution means what? Dictionary meaning again. Lot of technical words. Look at dictionary meaning. Then you will understand, oh, this is what is revolution. I never understood like this. Yeah. Okay? Thank you. Thank you all of you for joining, and then I am sure for those people who have not read the chapter, it looks, oh, something different. Young children also, it looks different. But once you read, it becomes so simple for any age. If you don't read, it looks different. So what is required is prepare and then come. When you go to classroom also, don't listen to teachers, just like that. When you go for a cinema, you prepare to go for a cinema. Because you know who is the director, who is the actor, what is the movie name, where is the plot, what are the songs, everything you know before going to the movie. But when you go to a class, you don't know anything. You want teachers to tell. And you say, I don't understand anything. Why you don't understand? Because you have not done your homework. So I keep saying, read before going to class. There is a blog, Dr. TPS, that's my name. 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. You will see there explaining how one has to read, how one has to understand, how prepare for examination. Clearly it is explained. So search for DR, Dr. TPS. Teachers, parents, students. T for teachers, P for parents, S for students. Dr. TPS. Go to YouTube. Exam timetable preparation. How to prepare a timetable to study. You will see that also there. Okay. And today's date is 21/06/10. 21 YY 0 10. 21/10/06. 10 is MM month. YY 21. 06 is DD.
Date.
Today's lecture you want to see sometime on YouTube, where your picture is all there in YouTube. 21/10/06. 21/10/06. Chemistry. And this lecture will be there on YouTube. So you can look at Dr. TPS Chemistry, Dr. TPS Physics, Dr. TPS History also you look at. Already there is a history lecture. How to study history has been explained to some people. But still again we will do it, no problem. With your example we will do it. Okay. So see you tomorrow 4:30, but send a WhatsApp to continue.